rehearsal process here over the last several weeks has been intense. We only have a few weeks to get all the material out, so it's really important that we stay on track.
The Back to the Future team is at a point with the cast now that they're really working through who their characters are, learning their choreography, learning their staging, learning their script and score. It continues to change. Just a few days ago, they were making edits to the script because we've got to fit it into our timeline that we can show on board to our guests.
So today is the final run of Back to the Future, and the cast have really found their way.
Cast members walked in here ready to go, ready to fire on all cylinders. They have a lot of information that they're trying to apply.
The energy with this cast is electrifying. They're really playing off with each other, and that's what makes the work come to life on stage, is that camaraderie and that passion that they have for each other.
Back to the Future is so successful because of the brilliance behind it and what the writers originally created. And we're doing it in a truncated version.
Condensing the story of Back to the Future is actually a very interesting process. We have John Rando here, who's the original director for the West End Broadway production, Tony winner. We have Bob Gale, who also wrote the book, Oscar nominee. He is hands-on in the trenches to make the story work in a 90-minute version.
Not many people have the opportunity to say that they've worked with the original writer and creator of a movie. Making an adaptation of an original score and script, it's important for us to make sure we get it right, to keep the standards high, to keep the integrity high. We know that we are going to have a really curated, bespoke production specifically created just for Star of the Seas.
Just saw the first rendition of Royal Caribbean's production of Back to the Future the musical. It was just spectacular.
I just can't believe what I saw. This production is by far the best thing that we've ever done. The talent, the choreography, everything that we've really imagined has come together perfectly, and I am so proud of the entire team.
It was so great to have some energy being thrown at us from moments that we actually might not have ever known would get a laugh or a response.
When you get that live audience, you start getting a response, having hundreds of people watching you and loving what you're doing and responding. That really boosts everything on stage.
That was really incredible. It was such a great first run with an audience, and the audience seemed so receptive and so behind it. They were laughing in all the right moments, applauding when we wanted them to applaud, and the cast did a wonderful job, so I am so ecstatic.
I cannot wait for our guests to experience this live on the stage, multi-generational, everybody's gonna love it.
Lead characters all the way through the ensemble, they are just selling every single character they're playing. I think the audience are buying into every moment of the show. This is an incredible piece of work.
I'm immensely proud, and I kept looking over at Bob and I kept looking over at John, and they were beaming throughout as well. They've done such a great job with cutting the show to how we need it to be.
This is a great cast, and I was really surprised and happy with how much effort and energy they put not only into the performance today, but into the weeks of rehearsal they've been in. It's been a joy to work with them. They're really focused, they're really energized, and they want to share that with audiences.
It was one of the best reactions we've ever had to the show. The quality of what Royal Caribbean is delivering is incredible. The audience is going to have one of the best experiences they could imagine, and seeing an absolutely fabulous musical really done well.
After today's run, we have a lot of work to do still. The cast will head back, start packing, and we are on our way to Finland. In Turku, where we'll be joining Star of the Seas.
The next big step with the show is marrying the cast with the environment, with the set, with the costumes, with the props, with the lighting, with the sound, all the other variables that come into creating a show of this caliber. I hope that when audiences see our production of Back to the Future, that they get the same thrill that we got 40 years ago in the theater, falling in love with these characters. And after seeing a few of those rehearsal runs, I know we're on our way to giving them.
I think the audience reaction will be so overwhelming that they will step back from that curtain, it will close, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see the entire cast in tears, because it's going to be amazing.
Stay tuned for more behind-the-scenes content from now until opening night.